It's very good to be here. After an event such as the Georgia flooding, it's good to come together and inspire each other to go ahead and to move ahead in this event. Again, maybe many people in the audience did not receive any flooding damage, but you run into people at your churches, in your neighborhood, as mentioned at the grocery stores, who did, maybe even family members. It's a difficult thing for them after such an event such as the flooding. So we like to encourage everyone to inspire your neighbor or anyone else that you come into contact with that have received flooding damages, that there is help out there for them. As mentioned, FEMA is a very good source of aid. They can provide those grants as was discussed. Also, SBA does play a role in assisting people during times of disaster as well. A lot of times we think about the Small Business Administration as an organization that loans money to businesses who are trying to get started or to businesses for them to continue. But during times of disasters, during times particularly of presidential disasters, there's another aspect of SBA that opens up that we would like for you to become familiar with. If you don't need it right now, you may need it in the future. The other part of SBA that opens up during times of disaster is that the SBA can now make loans just during times of disasters to homeowners and renters. That's something to keep in mind. A person that rents an apartment, a person that rents a house, a person that rents a trailer can borrow money directly from the federal government by means of SBA. And quite naturally, a homeowner can, as mentioned. Now, how much can a renter borrow? A renter can borrow up to $40,000 to replace his contents or his car, a person's clothing. Also, a homeowner can borrow up to $40,000 as well for the same things. And that will come in handy when everything that you have is lost, or half of what you have is lost, to realize that there is a program out there where you can use the funds from that program to replace what you lost. Again, we don't duplicate what your insurance company may pay, but outside of that, we can loan up to $40,000. SBA can even loan it to you before your insurance company settles, and that's good too, because sometimes the insurance companies may get backed up, or there may be some dispute, but you can go ahead and borrow money from the SBA, use the funds, and then pay the SBA back when your insurance company settles. Even for homeowners, they can borrow up to $200,000 to repair or replace their disaster damaged real estate. They can even use these funds to relocate if necessary, and that comes in handy as well. And that's something that's very good during these times of disaster. The interest rate can be as low as 2.750, and an interest rate such as that over a 30-year period can make your payments quite low. Again, the loan may not be the first thing a person would think of, but it's really good to know that it's available to you if there's no other source that you may have in order to repair or replace your disaster damaged real estate or content. And quite naturally, with businesses, we do also have a disaster plan for the businesses. They can borrow up to $2 million to replace their contents or their disaster damaged real estate. And for businesses, the interest rate could be as low as 4%. A business that was not damaged physically can still borrow money if it was damaged economically. They can use that money for their working capital needs if, for some reason, economically they're suffering because of the disaster. That's good for your community as well. So we want the community to come back to the state that it was and then to progress even further after that. So in order to do that, it's good to know that you have these two programs available to individuals, to businesses, to even private nonprofits can borrow money for their physical damage as well as their economic injury as well. It's good to know that you don't have to wait for your insurance to settle, that the payments can be stretched over 30 years. We do have refinancing available, even at that low interest rate of 2.75% if a person qualifies for that. We even have something called mitigation funds that can be used so that a person can prevent this situation from occurring in the future. So it's a lot of good programs within the FEMA and SBA that individuals who suffer damage from the disaster can use for their benefit. And some people may think, well, they may already have a loan, they don't qualify for refinancing, but sometimes the mortgage company may re-amortize their loan and allow them to borrow money from the SBA by lowering their mortgage payment. That's something that you can talk to an SBA representative about. Again, SBA is at the Disaster Recovery Center. You can reach us at our hotline number, which is 1-800-659-2955. You can visit our website at www.sba.gov, or you can also apply online for the homeowners and renters, and the businesses can even download applications from line as well. And we do thank you very much for allowing us to be here. We just hope that you pass this information along or use it in the future if you need it. Thank you.